Hello and welcome to the tutorial on how to replace your RV toilet, or if you are looking to upgrade your RV toilet, this is going to be essentially the same process. If you're new here, my name is Gregory. I'm a mobile RV technician down in Orlando, Florida, around the Disney parks. Today is a how to replace your toilet, but now is a good time to pause. The first thing that I recommend doing is going ahead and doing a black tank flush or black tank clean. This is something I do included anytime that I have black tank work for my customers, and it's something that I recommend you doing yourself. Cleaning your black tank is very important for multiple reasons, but that's a whole nother video that you can find on our channel. I have a special process and eliminates a lot of odor and actually conditions the tank. But if you're a DIYer at home, I recommend just following one of the other videos that we have on our channel, and there's plenty of other YouTubers who have covered various ways that they clean their tank. But cleaning your waste tank is important because you are about to put your face right over that tank opening, and the last thing you want to be doing is be smelling your waste. I like to put that disclaimer in there. Now let's go ahead and continue with the video. The next step, turn off your water. If you're hooked up to city water, consider disconnecting it. Ensure that there is no more water going to your toilet by pressing down on the pedal for your toilet to release any more water pressure and any more water that's in the lines. Undo the bolts on both sides of your toilet. I have never had luck getting a socket over these. It's easiest to do with a classic wrench. Once these are off, you can actually tilt the toilet to be able to access the hose on the back side. You should be completely disconnected from the RV. Don't rush the process. Look around the back side of the toilet and make sure that there's nothing else attaching the toilet to the RV. Once you are sure that your RV toilet is completely disconnected from the RV, you can pull this up. I recommend flipping this over and placing it immediately into a trash bag, because you do not want this water to be dripping all over your RV and making a huge mess. Try to keep it as sanitary as possible. Now that your toilet is removed, take some time to clean and sanitize around your toilet bowl. You are going to be surprised how dirty it gets underneath your toilet. Take time to clean it. It's already off. Now, if your toilet flange is damaged, time to go ahead and replace that. For this install, there was no issues. It wasn't damaged. So we went ahead and pulled it up anyway to ensure that we could clean around everything completely, and then reinstalled it into the same exact holes and made sure it was centered. Now let's take a second to talk about hardware. Here I'm showing you that the bolt head is actually oval, so you will be sliding the skinnier side into the square face and then giving it a slight twist. It can slide along the channel, so you have some adjustment in the channel to make sure that your toilet is square. If you're not installing a riser, your hardware is going to look very similar to what you just took off. If you are installing a riser, it's going to come with extra long hardware. Go ahead and install that at this time. Here in the video, I do want to talk about the PEX connections, which is the water intake to the toilet. Of course, you unscrewed the fitting from the back of the toilet, but that might not be compatible if you are increasing the height of the toilet, in which case you may need new PVC. And if you're using a riser, you may have to cut into the riser to be able to install these components. Because you're already dealing with fresh components, this is a great time to install a water shutoff valve if you don't have one already. For illustration purposes, I want to show you all some great artwork that I put together just for you, so you get the visual of exactly what this is going to look like. Here you can see the PEX coming out of the wall into a 90-degree, and you're going to continue this up. This is where I recommend putting your water valve, and then you're going to put another piece of PEX before your connector. Side note, if you are reusing this component, I do recommend that you go ahead and change the seal that's in this connector piece, because this will fail. RV technicians that choose to not replace the seal often get callbacks for this leaky component, when it's fact just the seal. It's better to replace it the first time than to be having to repeat these steps again. That's a pro tip from an RV technician. Now you want to be able to put these together piece by piece and make sure that everything lines up and is the correct length. PEX pipe is not flexible when it's in short strips, so you may find some difficulty attaching this if you don't cut it right the first time. Ensure everything lines up and looks good before you start to clamp. Afterward, you're attaching your new seal. material, which looks like this, to the bottom of your riser and ensuring that it is centered over the hole. Pass through your hardware. Now, toilet installation should go very similar. At this point, you're probably noticing that each of the components is tapered to feed one into another. You want to make sure these are lined up whether you have the riser or not. With your new seal installed, feed the toilet onto your existing hardware. This next step is crucial. Before you start bolting anything down, and ensure that your connector piece does in fact connect without any issues. Again, the PEX is not flexible. I have gotten burned on this many times from thinking that it was close enough and it wasn't. You can't get the clamp tool behind there. There's just not enough room. Make sure you Teflon the fitting. Now you can run your brand new bolts right down onto your hardware and secure your toilet. You're sandwiching everything together to create a nice tight connection. Easy enough, right? But don't walk away too far yet. You need to make sure that your new valve is turned into the on position and test out your toilet to make sure it works. There probably could have been a toilet or a poop joke in there, but we'll just call that a wasted opportunity. Your waste tank is filled up with the appropriate amount of water, which is about 3 to 5 bowlfuls, and some liquid digest to make sure that your waste products are breaking down. If you don't have any leaks, then congratulations, you just installed a toilet all by yourself. If you're having issues or starting to feel like you're a little in over your head, please consider contacting me, especially if you're within my service radius. I do tons of these every year and I would be very happy to help install this for you. Hopefully this was an easy install for you and gave you a load of confidence to be able to work on your RV yourself. And if I have inspired you, I hope you consider liking, commenting, letting me know that this helped you, and following, because again, I am putting out a ton of great content straight from the technician's mouth on how to properly care for your RV. Hopefully I have enough helpful resources to save you thousands of dollars, and that's my goal. Until next time, have a great day.